Hello, my name is Rick Roberts, and on January the 18th, 2024, almost right out here in front of the church at 11 p.m. at night, I was hit by a truck that was going 50 miles an hour while I was out trying to help someone on the road. Our granddaughter was at our house, and her husband had just called her and said that he had a flat tire, and he needed a jack and a tire wrench, and she came to borrow it to take it out there, and I told her, I said, no, I'll take it out there. So I took all the tools out there in my truck, and I was pulled up behind him, and we couldn't get his hubcap off, so I had walked around the corner of my truck to get a tool out of the cab. And I was there just a second or two, and I heard a bang. And after the bang, I don't remember a thing, but I heard some voices later in that few minutes afterwards, and I came to, and I saw my truck, and I said, what in the heck happened? And my grandson-in-law had a hold of my hand. He said, just lay still. He said, we'll take care of you. And I went back out. And I don't remember a thing. I did hear the voice of a young lady that said, I'm a nurse, protect his head, put his head back in his hoodie, because the skin had been peeled off the top of my head. It was a pretty good gash there. And then I heard another voice that said, I'm a nurse also, said, take care of his leg. Don't move it, just take care of it. And then I went back out. And the next thing I remember, or really was kind of aware of, was I was in the ambulance on the way, and I heard the young man say, we were 42 minutes away. And during that ambulance ride, things went just totally black. I mean, it was as black, there was absolutely no light whatsoever, and it was just a black scene. And I heard a voice, that old antique radio voice, and I heard the young man saying, yes, he's 72 years old, yes, he was hit by the truck, and yes, he's still with us. And that's all I remember. And about that time, the room went from a dark pitch black to just billions and billions of stars. And at that moment, I don't know why or how or why I was even aware of it, had so much peace and calmness in myself. It was just like an out-of-body experience. It was very euphoric. I was in no pain whatsoever, but I do remember just being in such a peaceful moment. And then I went back, I was gone. And then the next thing I remember, I woke up in the ER. They said I'd been there for several hours. And I was admitted to the hospital as whiskey number 168. I was a John Doe. And what they told me was that there was a police officer that had ridden with me in the ambulance. He was with me all the way through the x-rays, which I think they did almost 100 x-rays. And he was there to preserve the evidence. Everybody that was sent out there was sent to a fatality. But I didn't go. And for whatever reason, God left me here. There were really a lot of good things that came out of this, because the blessing was that if I had been my granddaughter that had taken that tire tool out there in her small car, she wouldn't have made it. But because he hit my truck first and deflected down the side, I survived. So she wasn't killed. The number of people put in my life, from the doctors to the nurses to family, that's a God thing, and I survived it. And so the only thing I can say about this is that bad things happen so good things can come to light. And the last thing I'll say is God is good all the time.